The next section of the training is going to talk about mastering durable skills. And I want to explain to you what that is and why it's important. We've prepared for an interview, you've gotten all that kind of thing ready. So basically, that has a lot to do with getting you in the door. Durable skills are the traits, the skill set that you can develop that will allow you to not only keep your job, but to advance and move forward in the company. So let's just start out by looking at what are durable skills. You may have heard of soft skills and hard skills in the past. That was the idea that hard skills were the things that you needed to know how to do to accomplish a job. Knowing how to weld, knowing how to program a computer. Those were hard skills. And soft skills were the things like getting along with people, communication skills, that kind of thing. It's transformed a little bit over time to kind of meet more the reality of what's going on. So we're calling them durable skills and perishable skills. And let me explain what that means. Perishable skills are the things that used to be called hard skills. And the reason they're considered perishable is because things change so quickly. If you learned how to program using a language that was popular back 10 years ago, that may not be helpful anymore. You've had to learn new things since then. If you learned how to work on a computer, computers have changed over time. The equipment changes. So those perishable skills need to be re-taught all the time. Durable skills, what we might call people skills, those things will last all the way through. Those durable skills will help you whether you're in a job programming computers or running a lathe. It doesn't matter what kind of career you're in, those durable skills will go with you. So that's what the durable skills are that we're going to be talking about. Now, why do they matter in today's world? Over time, as technology has taken over more and more, we've grown a lot more accustomed to using our cell phones, to texting each other, emailing each other, using social media, all that kind of a thing. And it's taken us steps and steps and steps back from personal interaction with people. Even this class, you're taking this class online, that would have been unheard of several years ago. So what happened was, as we moved away from interacting face-to-face with people, we've lost a lot of those traits. We've lost a lot of the abilities to do that effectively. People's interactions online have reduced our ability to speak with each other face-to-face. So developing these durable skills is very, very important, partially because they used to be developed just by living life, and that's not as much the case anymore. I looked at hundreds of durable skills. There's lists all over of durable skills or soft skills, and I ended up grouping them into 4 groups that I'm going to show you in this section here. We're going to look at strong character, growth mindset, critical thinking, and leadership. All of the other kinds of durable skills, communication and those kind of things, can fit under these. But these are the 4 categories that we're going to be looking at. So why are these skills essential? Let's take a look at some statistics. The need that we have for durable skills today. There was a survey by a staffing company that 44% of executives said a lack of soft skills was the biggest proficiency gap they saw in the U.S. workforce. Almost half of them. It wasn't that they didn't know how to do the work. They didn't know those perishable skills, partially because those can be taught fairly easily. If you are good with working with your hands, you can learn how to do several different things. But 44% of those executives said that lack of soft skills, the durable skills, was the biggest proficiency gap. In this study, 67% of the HR managers said they'd hire a candidate with strong soft skills even if their technical abilities were lacking. Listen to what that's saying. 67% would rather hire somebody that had strong, durable skills over somebody who actually knew how to do the job that they were hiring them for. Now, that's great news, especially for this training as you're looking at moving into an area that maybe you're unfamiliar with and you want to break into. If you don't have experience with this, that's okay. If you can present strong, durable skills, then you are in that top percent of the people they're looking for. They'd rather hire somebody, basically somebody that can get along with other people, somebody that they can work with, that has these traits that I'm going to be talking about. That's more important to them than whether or not you can actually do the job at this point, because they know they can teach you how to do that. Only 9% of those that were surveyed would hire somebody with those strong technical skills but weak soft skills. Partially because they know when you get into the job, it's just going to be a problem. If you don't have these durable skills, the people skills, if you don't have those, you're going to have a difficult time. So like I said, the first thing we're going to look at is high moral character. Now you can see I have this broken down into a pie graph and then a background, a backdrop. High moral character is the backdrop of all the other durable skills that we'll be looking at, the other categories. So this is something we need to work on first. So let's look at what that is. There's 4 components of high moral character that I want to talk about right now. Integrity is the first one. Integrity means doing what you say you're going to do. There's too many people that say, yes, I'll do that, and then when the time comes, they back out, or they come up with an excuse, or they get it done late, whatever the case might be. That's not integrity. Integrity means doing what you say you're going to do. To accomplish that, you have to think before you promise. Don't just promise things, but think about whether it's something that you can actually accomplish in the time that they say. And if it's not, it's showing good integrity to say, listen, I don't think that that can be done in that amount of time, but if I have this additional time to it, if I have this additional help, I definitely can get that done. So thinking through, but having high integrity is that first component of a high moral character. The next one is empathy. Empathy means feeling with somebody. Not feeling sad or feeling bad for somebody. That's sympathy. Empathy means you're willing to feel what that other person is feeling, kind of getting on the same page with them. If you have empathy with somebody, instead of sitting across the table looking at each other, you're sitting on the same side of the table and you're both looking at the problem together. It's that ability to get out of your own head, your own desire to have your needs met, and set those aside to be there for other people. If somebody's going through a hard time, if they're working on a project and they're just swamped, it's understanding how they feel instead of just getting mad at them. And in that, you draw them in and you can build a relationship with them, and then the two of you can work together to accomplish more. So empathy is understanding how somebody else feels. It's trying your best to be in their shoes, to feel with them on what they're going through. Resilience is the ability to get back up and keep going. Resilience doesn't just come, we're not born with that. We're born with a desire to comfort ourselves, to run away, to hide. Resilience is developed over time as we go through hard times. So when you face a hard time, it's easy to want to give up, it's easy to feel sorry for yourself. But if you want to develop resilience, what you need to do is take that and realize, okay, I'll get through this. I need to maybe get some help. I need to seek some counsel. I need to just take a deep breath and not make a decision when everything's falling apart. But knowing this will pass, I'll get through this. And as you learn from that, you become a stronger person. You become more resilient. It's also taking the time to really look at it and see what of this situation is my fault and not blaming other people, because that's a way to escape from that problem. If I look at it, blaming other people as a way to escape. If I look at myself and say, what did I do? How can I be different in the next situation? That will build resilience in me. And honesty and humility. I need to be honest with myself first. I need to realize that it's okay that I don't know something, that I don't know how to do something. And then I need to be honest with other people when I need help. I need to be honest with other people when I make a mistake. It's not the end of the world if I make a mistake. I have to be honest with them so then I can fix it rather than hold it in. And I group humility with that because that's what it takes to be honest. You have to be a humble person. If you're proud, you're not going to want to be honest. You're going to want to protect yourself and look good in everybody's eyes all the time. But if you have humility, you develop that, then you can be honest with other people and they'll gain respect for you. So all of these things are very important. The other parts that I'm going to show you, if you don't have high moral character, it's very easy to use those in a negative way. But high moral character is what will allow you to use these other traits, the other pieces of the pie, to move you in a positive direction. So next time we're going to look at that first piece of the pie. And until then, have a great day.